That's it. It's time for the Random Kristian Show, and welcome to our Tuesday edition, the beginning of our week. And well, it's not the beginning of our week, but it is the beginning of the broadcast week for the Random Kristian Show. I am Kristian. Hello, how are you? Still acclimating myself to the rearrangement of my studio, so you'll have to bear with me as we get adjusted. Anyway, welcome to it. Thank you for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy what you're about to hear. And you are hearing right now the Dead Campers. That's right. Our house band. They just released this song, which is I'm now taking as our theme song. It's called Huck to Flat. Huck to Flat. And they are on Spotify. So if you're digging what you're hearing, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, because they are just tearing it up right now, getting big and enjoying it. So check them out there on Spotify, Dead Campers with a K. And so anyway, here we are on a Tuesday. We're going to be talking, well, of course, if you tuned in Thursday, you realize that our internet sucks. And we are getting a new internet provider here shortly. We're making all the arrangements for such a thing. But yeah, and I'm going to say it one more time, that CenturyLink sucks. I'm sure they're trying very hard, but they're just not really pulling through. So getting rid of them because we got a new one on the wings here. So anyway, and we'll just say hello to our wannabe sponsor of free-range chicken poop lip junk. Yes, straight out of Wichita, Kansas. And there is no actual chicken poop harmed in the making of chicken poop. So here we go. And speaking of chicken and poop and dead campers, here he is.
Chicken poop. Who's chicken? I've got a utility knife and I'm trying to pop off a button while it's on me. I ain't chicken or nothing, man. Let's see. While wearing my reading glasses, so I got to go like this. Call me chicken. But I do like to camp.
Do not commit suicide on air. That's such, well, you know, that might be good ratings, but not the ratings.
It wouldn't be suicide if it's on accident, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So,
dude, I swear, I am so in love with that song by the Dead Campers.
That's a pretty good song.
It's an ass kicking song, and yeah, it is good. Damn it!
All right, here we go.
You
think I would have done this earlier, but no.
No. Wait till we're on air. That's what I do.
Wait till you're introducing me, and I go, oh, you know what I should do really quick?
Let's just do this right now because
get rid of this button that I don't need.
Yeah, because buttons are stupid.
Do you like my utility knife?
It's pretty sweet.
It's neon green, dude.
It is, dude. That's hip. You are hip. Well, and you know what? Speaking of hip, fashion is hip. And so okay. See, the whole thing is, all right, like I said, Thursday's show went to complete crap. And like, you guys saw me melt down on the air, basically, or not on the air.
Did you melt down?
As much as I
tried to watch, but it was difficult, and I fast forwarded thinking, well, maybe it'll get better, and it didn't. And then I was just like, I'll talk to Chris later.
Yeah.
Let's see what this show was all about.
It absolutely just went right down the drain. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and it was. And I kept seeing it. Like there's a little meter here that shows our feeds, and I'm like, man. Wow, I guess you only see it if you start losing the feeds. So
really?
Yeah, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, what is that? Oh, and then like all of a sudden, a little sign would flash up. You have lost some of your feeds. Try reconnecting, and I'm like, oh, this isn't good. And I mean, this is all going on in my head while I'm trying to do this I wasn't trying to be ultra serious about the whole integrity thing. But integrity is important, and I think it's something we're lacking a lot in our society, and the way we're raising kids and the way we treat each other. But we'll get into that in a second. So anyway, yeah, as far as a meltdown goes for me on air, that was it. I mean, yeah, it was very mild, granted, but it was one where I wanted to yell, curse, and scream, but it's like when I used to be on the air on radio, and like I'd be hungover, just mind blown hungover, could barely even talk, and I'd be like, and just nodding off in the studio, and I had myself timed, so once I hit the button to tell you, hey, all right, it's me, Kristian, and KJ, and blah 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 blah. Back to the music. And yeah,
I'll go right back to sleep.
Oh man. And that is a DJ's worst nightmare, is waking up and there's no music, no nothing being played. So
have you done that?
Oh, good God, yes.
More than once?
A couple of times. But that was more in the beginning stages. I learned to acclimate and make myself a better on-air personality. So, well, yeah. But I still failed a couple of times. But yeah, no, that, in fact, actually, I think it was after the first month of me when I was doing late night jazz overnights. And I'd go in from midnight to 6 a.m. on Saturday nights. And I'd be downtown San Jose at the bars. I'm like, I got time before I got to go in. And then I'd be running in there like at 11:50, grabbing all the music I need to grab and getting myself set up. And the guy in the booth is just sitting there looking at me like, you're a moron. And I'd come on and, I'd put on, like Spyro Gyra, and then I'd be like, okay, hey, it's me, KSJS, and you're listening to the Midnight Mad Dog, and and doing my thing, and then I'd be all wired up from drinking, and about halfway through the shift, alcohol's gone, and it's dark and very, very quiet, and sleeping and relaxing music for 15 minutes at a time.
Some nice smooth jazz, just knocking me out.
Oh yeah. And then the next thing I know, I'm like, it's dead silent. Where? Oh! And I'm like hitting buttons all over the place. I got a DAT player all of a sudden going. I've got 3 CDs firing up, and the vinyl, and all sorts of music starts spurting out. Then phone lines are blinking, and it was
good times, man.
Yeah, good times. Every DJ's nightmare. But anyway, so we move on.
And I've got a quick question for you. Why did you what'd you do to your studio?
Why'd
you rearrange it? Just felt like it, or?
No, I'm just trying to make it a little more workable space. I mean, it's not just for the podcast, but for my voiceovers and stuff.
Right.
It's just easier to have a little more reaching around space. You can't see me move here. I'll just, what? I'm gonna grab the camera. We're gonna take a little tour of Chris's studio. All right, here we go. I don't know if you can see behind me, but that's the door. Yeah.
Cool. Nice door, man.
Yeah, man. And so all this padding is for soundproofing. There's some of my artwork and knickknacks and whatnot. The dry erase board. My Hosoi Hammerhead skateboard memento. Designed by Ivan Hosoi, his dad. There's my picture of Robert Cure at the LA Palladium or something. I can't remember. A friend took that picture a long time ago at a concert. Snuck his camera in.
Robert Smith of The Cure?
Yeah, Robert Smith of The Cure. He snuck his camera in and got like a whole bunch of pictures.
Nice.
There's my daughter's artwork of me.
So is
And
that going to go up behind you along with the dry erase board? Because that's what I noticed first thing was there's nothing behind you. There's
well,
your art is gone.
the door's behind me.
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm still in the process of
Okay.
rearranging that. There's my Wacko placard, signed by Jess Harnell, the amazing voice of Jess Harnell. Um, he does all sorts of. He's done Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and he's all sorts. He's got all sorts of voices.
And
There's
have you
Neville.
watched the new Animaniacs yet?
I have not had a chance. No, and I hate
Me
myself
neither.
for it. But I've heard it's
We
awesome.
watched we watched the opening bit, and then it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, I got to go to bed
Yeah.
because I'm an old man now, and
That's right.
so
You
I
gotta
never
go to
finished
bed
watching
and
it.
get your
So
beauty sleep is what you gotta get.
that's
That's Neville
right.
Staples from the specials, signed to my ex-wife. Actually, it was supposed to be signed to me, but for some reason he signed my ex-wife's name, and it was it
You know how
was
those
kind of,
rock stars are.
yeah, it was kind of a downer. But anyway, I just think it's cool. I mean, he signed it for me, so yeah. What are you gonna do? And then
Yeah.
yeah, there's the dead campers right there. Yeah,
Huck
that's them.
too flat.
Yep, Huck to Flat. There we go. There, that's the name of that song. That's our new theme song. He even sent it to me on an MP3 so I could have it no matter what. And
Nice.
yeah, and then yeah, this is the workspace. Yeah, so there you go. And
Nice.
yeah, so
Well,
yeah.
thank you. Some of us are curious about stuff
so
sometimes.
some of us like to know, and
Yeah.
and now I gotta reposition my camera, Matt. Thanks.
Sure.
Uh, there we go. All right. So now we're back. And so yeah, that was the big meltdown on Thursday was, yeah. And I know it was mild, but I have blown up really bad on the air once before, and when you listen to yourself afterwards, you just feel like the biggest jerk. Um, because it's just stupid. There's no reason to
Yeah.
blow up. It's nobody's fault except equipment usually, and that's what it was, but it just kept throwing me off, and I was trying to just keep the thing going, and it just I couldn't focus, and it doesn't matter because it just kept doing that apparently from what everybody was saying. So
Yeah.
anyway, it is what it
Yeah.
is. I hopefully they got it fixed. I mean, everything seems to be working
So
fine right
was
now.
it just an internet connection problem or
Yeah,
speed or
they were doing work on the lines down the street,
oh?
and yeah,
Should tell them, hey, I'm doing a really important show
yeah,
that tens of people want to see.
yeah. Well, ones or twos of people
Tens. I
usually.
mean, we had 100 views, over 100 views.
Yeah,
That's
dude, and it's still growing.
teens of people.
Yeah, there's all sorts.
So there you go.
So my wife my wife keeps texting me. I'm sorry, and so say hi, everybody. Say, hi, wifey.
Hi.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to open up our chat lines here. So yeah, if you are watching and want to talk to us about integrity and fashion, this is your opportune time, either on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or even LinkedIn. I think you can do a live chat. So I've got the chat ready to go. It'll pop up right down here. I can't show you. It's right where it says the Random Kristian Show on Facebook and all that. Or it'll say, follow us on Twitter at Christian Random. Or there's the title of the show right there. Integrity and Fashion and the Random Placement of. And it's season 2, episode 11.5, because 11 sucked. So, moving forward. Yeah, and you know what? I was in such a rush today. Uh,
That you did a thing.
I was doing this thing where um, yeah. So I forgot my big gigantic dictionary, so I could look up the word integrity again and give the definition. Which I'm pretty sure at this point we all understand what integrity is. It's just doing what you say, saying what you mean, sticking to your word. Doing the right thing even when the right thing isn't the right thing to do, you know.
My wife, when I mentioned what the topic of today's show is going to be, had a
Mhm.
great. She's like, integrity is doing the right thing when no one's watching.
Yes, that's thank you. Thank
And
and
it
thank
was
your
like,
wife
I
for
don't
even
know where she got
trying to
that,
remember.
but
Nope,
perfect.
that's exactly it.
Yeah.
And that was
I
the
mean,
saying I was trying to remember. And it is. I mean, it's what it's all about. When,
yeah.
if a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound? Yes, it makes a sound. That's integrity. I'm not really sure if that's correct, but it sounds good.
What are you going to do?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to sit here and ramble on about integrity and fashion because I'm getting really annoyed with some of the fashion choices that grown men and even women are making. Okay. I mean, maybe back in high school in the 80s, it was really cool for some of these fashion choices, but, and I
But
know
you were a teenager.
cycles trend. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's all good. But you're a grown up. Okay, here. Let's all just here. I'm gonna come talk to you real close. We're all grown ups. Okay. Oh, I need the mic over here. We're all grown ups. Okay. It's just us now. Me, you, and Matt. Okay. And the peg legs on 40-year-old guys, let it go. All right. Yeah, just that's for chicks. I mean, or rock stars who are on stage that need to wear naga hide peg leg pants for some reason. I don't know. It just looks goofy. You look like a misplaced cartoon character. And I'm going to throw this out there, the whole ripped jeans thing. If those jeans are that old and they're ripped, I get it, but they're not. They're
But
almost brand new.
that's been a thing forever since like you could pay $100 to get a pair of ripped jeans, pre-ripped. I mean the rips are supposed to be natural. They happen. That's what they do, and that's cool when a rip. Like I've have back in the day, I'd ripped up jeans, but
Yeah.
every one of those rips came from something. Hopping a fence,
Okay.
just
Keywords was back in the day.
right.
Okay. You're a 40-year-old, 50-year-old man wearing ripped peg leg jeans because that's the fashion trend. No, no, it's not. You set the fashion trend, kids. Okay, so just wear jeans. Regular old jeans is cool. I mean, and yeah, like Matt said, you get a hole in the jeans from jumping the fence or whatever. Um, I mean, hey, I still ride a skateboard, but not in my peg leg ripped jeans stuff. Yeah.
And why not? Whose fault is that? Come on now. I mean, wait.
I don't know. I don't know why, but it annoys the hell out of me. And that's my rant. It's
Hey,
I,
that's a good rant. My rant is, how do I keep my windows from my internet here? I don't want it to, when I try to move it up past a certain point, it wants to snap to full window. And I'm trying to figure out how to do that and to pay attention to you. Because I'm trying to open up another window. I'm trying to do something else. And every time, like I need to make this window a little bit smaller. Come on, but it won't let me.
but you know what, Matt? You just gave us a perfect example of integrity.
Oh,
You sat there and did not deny the fact that you were trying to multitask while you're doing the show,
and completely failing at it.
Well, but
I did something else. I fixed my problem another way.
You turned your computer off, didn't you?
No. I minimized my window from the top instead of the bottom, which I was trying to do. So, and now I'm not multitasking anymore too much.
Hey, you were doing great. You were doing far better than I was. Remember, before we came on air, I was trying to type the titles of the show in and talk to you, and I kept mistyping and
you could not do
it. What I was saying. I was horrible.
That's all right though. We'll let it slide.
But I'm older than you, and I've done a lot more damage to my brain than.
There you go. See, and it's because I have these wonderful influences in my life that I've learned when to say when.
Oh yes,
thank you.
If you learned one thing from me, Matt, it was to stop drinking when you've had enough.
Holy cow!
Because I didn't, and then I'd jump off a three or 4 story apartment.
I think those are 3-story.
Yeah, 3 story.
Because you were on the 2nd story, and I think there was another story above you.
No, I was on the top floor.
Oh,
yeah. Remember me and that other kid, Matt?
Are you sure?
Next to me? Yeah.
Are you sure?
We were on the top floor because I go to the ladder. The ladder was right there to get off the roof.
Well, then it was maybe.
I think it was 3
guys. I think it was 3-story.
We'd get drunk and jump into the pool and the shallow end.
I could. I know where. I remember where you used to live. So
yeah,
I'll go to Google Maps. Do one of those fancy street views, and I will tell you how many stories that building was.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? I have the technology in my hands, so
as long as you don't minimize your window.
I'm going to use my phone.
Oh, wow!
And that way I don't have to worry about the old laptop doing its thing.
There you go. Right on.
It will do its thing.
So now, my whole concern and the reason I brought up integrity as I'm eating an orange and talking with us all, and I'm going to cross my leg here, so I look rather thoughtful and purposeful. Of course, you can't see my leg crossed on the stool that I'm sitting on, but I do look like I have great intent, and I look like Leonard Nimoy about to recite poetry.
You look very serious on your face there. I can see that.
Yeah, I look
very serious.
Mm-hmm. So, it's the orange. So
I think I know where you used to live. No, I do. I'm joking. It's right here. No, that's not it. What the hell?
They didn't tear that place down yet?
No, not yet.
Good Lord.
What the hell side of the street is that?
That was such a
because I'm looking at the wrong side of the street, apparently.
Oh, Matt.
Yeah. It's not that.
So
keep going. I'll catch up eventually.
Yeah, I know. I feel that there's a lot of lack of integrity in our world nowadays, and it's really
3 stories.
It is 3 stories.
Yeah.
Well, I am going to sleep better.
But they got rid of the swimming pool.
I heard they got rid of the swimming pool a while back. Yeah,
all the parking lot now, because apparently people were jumping off the roof into the swimming pool. So,
in drunken stupors in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
and into the shallow end. Yeah,
you guys were doing it in the middle of the day.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So I remember going out. Everyone's like, "Yeah, you need to do this." I'm like, "No, I don't. I really don't. I got to work later, and I can't do that if I'm dead or in the hospital." So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was so smart. I had no insurance, no nothing. Just and no, don't go to the deep end. Go to the shallow end. That's more of a challenge.
Yeah.
And that's integrity, right there. Yeah. that is integral integrity. Oh wait, I forgot to cross my leg. Okay. Now, hey, just a quick question: when you cross your legs, left or right? Right over left, left over right.
Depends. Like when I'm on the couch and the cat wants to sit on my lap, the cat dictates that the left leg goes over the right so that she can lay a certain way. If I go the other way, she gets mad. As soon as the cat hops off, right leg over left.
Yeah, but your cat's high as hell, so it doesn't really know.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, dude, you've got a stoner cat.
What? She's on nerve helpers for her arthritis. I mean, she's 17. Christ's sake. Gabapentin, man. Like this morning, she's like walking around like, which way down the hall do I want to go? Like, I don't know.
And then she just lays down.
Or yeah. And turns out she just wants to lay in the sun.
Yeah. And for you to put on Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, you can't overdo it.
Yes, you can. Like listening to the Grateful Dead. Once that needle hits the record, it's overdone.
Do you want me to go put on my Dead album now?
God, no. God, no.
Because I'm telling you, I was listening to the Beatles.
All right, no, I believe you.
Believe me or not, I was listening to the Beatles.
Yes, that's fine. And the Beatles are great.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, I forgot to put. Oh, it is on chat. Yeah. Okay. So anyhow. So now, I mean, do you agree with? Are you putting on the Beatles?
Yeah,
Don't be putting on the damn Dead.
I won't be putting on nothing now. That attitude.
He gonna be that way. I ain't gonna play nothing. So do you get what I'm saying about the lack of integrity in a lot of people nowadays?
Yeah. I mean,
we're 27 minutes into the show. We might as well finally get to one.
Might as well talk about it, huh? Quite honestly, I don't expect much from politicians at all.
Oh God,
anymore.
No.
I mean, you say you're going to do something. You may not. You might attempt it and then get shot down and go, oh well, I tried. Well,
yeah.
Try again, but whatever. I think that I'm really surprised when people like take, for instance, in the Texas thing, Ted Cruz going to Cancun. I'm surprised that people are surprised that someone left the area to someplace warmer.
Yeah.
And that it was, a politician doing it. Like, what about that surprises you?
Right. And especially, then, it was my daughter's, party or whatever. Really? Well,
and people are pissed about him leaving when some other people stuck around and were manning, like phone banks and like helping out and whatever. Like, I don't even expect him to help in whatever capacity he could help in. It's the lying about it that gets me. Like I saw you had posted something on Facebook where someone's like, show me on the doll where, Ted Cruz hurt you by going to Mexico. And, and I wanted to go right here. It hurt my brain because man up and say, yeah, we bailed. It was cold. And anyone else that could afford it should have gotten the hell out too. And I feel bad for the people that couldn't, but he didn't. He lied about it. He lied about what happened. And there's no, just suck it up, Buttercup. Just say, yeah, dude, it was cold and we left. Yeah. And then you could be mad at him for leaving, but for whatever, especially if I was a Texan, I might be upset. But as not a Texan, what really really got me was he lied. What?
Yeah, flat out, and like
Yeah,
bold face, caught in the lie, and just continued to go.
yeah. And Andy, and what else really bothers me is, sure, he left it in someone's care, probably. He left his dog. I mean, I don't expect him to take it with him, but he could leave it at a kennel.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's
No, he got out that quick, so
yeah.
he didn't.
I mean, whatever. But apparently, from what I've been reading and hearing and whatnot, you know, he lives in that very affluent neighborhood, and none of his neighbors like him.
Well,
Like, what kind of an a-hole are you that nobody likes you? Like, I can see, I know people.
well, you're a
people
politician.
People that don't like me, but there's people that do like me.
Yeah, I like you.
Yeah, well, that's because you're thousands of miles away. And you don't have to deal with me on a personal level every day. My poor wife.
Quite the vice versa. Yeah, I know. I'm sure I'm upsetting mine as well. But
Yeah, whatever. What are you gonna do, right?
she married me, so yeah.
She took
I
that
love you,
sucker's
babe.
bet, huh?
Oh wow!
Oh,
Dang.
that's okay. My wife married me, so
yeah.
hey, what are you gonna do? No, but so yeah, I mean I've long ago given up the idea of a politician with integrity.
Watch this short video.
And
No, I politicians have integrity in the fact that they're going to say that they're going to do what they think means the right thing to you, because everything they say is twisted and spun into 5 different directions, and they don't care because they're still getting paid.
And I think that you can trust them to do what the large donors want them to do. You just gave them a vote. Who cares?
Right. Yeah.
This guy gave me, thousands of dollars. So, and I like those thousands of dollars.
Thousands, one hundreds and billions,
I mean,
thousands of lots of money.
I don't know how much money they can actually legally give someone in a campaign, but
oh well, that's
legal and then quasi-legal, and
yeah. And now we're going down a way slippery.
And then there's the companies that have their employees donate, so that I mean, well, whatever. I mean,
that happen to be lobbyists in congressional halls that happen to be part of the underlying default of our modern governmental system. So, yeah. No, politicians, obviously, there is really no integrity in, I'd say, 99.5% of them. Let's just do that. Now,
I believe that my representative in Congress is a pretty decent guy overall.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm listening.
But it wouldn't surprise me if I found out anything. You know what I mean? Because he's a politician. I mean, like really. I mean, the only people that I can hope to have any sort of integrity are the people that I surround myself with.
Yes, there you go. Because
most of the people I know that are in my life at the moment, when they say they're going to do something, they generally do.
There you go.
And if they don't,
there's a damn good reason.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't. There's at least a reason, and a reason that's the truth. I didn't feel like it.
Right.
is the truth. And I can respect that because it's
Yeah.
not a lie.
Yeah, absolutely. Nope.
So,
And yeah, bring it on. And the thing is, though, I mean, we're skating away on so much stuff nowadays. Uh, and the kids are picking up on this, and they think it's just the norm. And
well,
no,
it unfortunately
nobody's
is
being
the
held
norm.
accountable for it. Nobody's being held accountable for it. So they see it happening all over, not only to with politicians, which
You had a visitor behind you, but they're gone now.
yeah.
But
Unfortunately, it's become the expected norm for all the politicians, which really, really, really sucks. But it's become out of celebrities, out of uh, anybody that is in the public eye that you even may even have a chance of looking up to or having respect for, and you see them getting away with certain things and getting
we're getting caught doing things. I mean,
and then
sometimes they
and
don't
then
get away
lying
with
about
it,
it.
but they're getting caught, and you're just like, but really?
Yeah. Yeah, I know, and so our kids are seeing this, and they're going, "Oh well, they're doing this. I can do it." And then when they, when they get called on it, and what do you think you're doing? Well, I know this guy did it, so he's fine. He got away with it,
Yeah.
and it just nobody's being held accountable, and that's something I'm really working on with my girls. I'm trying to make sure they understand that when your word is out there, your word is gold. And that's why I try and put myself on. It's like today I was upset because we weren't on directly at 2:30. We're on at 2:39.
Wasn't my fault, though.
No, it was my fault, and I totally take responsibility for it.
Thank you.
Even though you could have helped and made it go further, it's fine. I'm just saying. No, it's completely my fault. I'm not lying. But yeah,
But yeah, no, your words and your actions have consequences.
yes,
If you say something,
huh?
if you say something and then I didn't say anything,
Oh,
I was just, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, if I say I'm going to do something and then I don't, but then just pretend like it never happened, like, oh,
yeah, yeah.
that's BS.
So all I'm saying is let's start holding each other accountable. Let's start doing what we're gonna do. We say we're gonna do. Um, and call people out on it, man. You know what? Yeah, it's uncomfortable, but you know what? You'd probably want it done if it happened to you. You
Yeah.
know, and that's all I'm saying. It's we need to be. I don't know. I just I wish there was so much more. And I know everybody's concerned about being politically correct and this I this brings up something else. Somebody goes, "Hey, why aren't you talking about cancel culture?" And I'm like, "What?" And I remember some blip about it a while back. I guess because I'm so sick of watching the news, I've really tuned out of it. But I mean, cancel culture. That was one thing I was gonna do. I was gonna look that up.
Well, here's my take on cancel culture.
Okay, I
Now,
want to hear it. I want to hear it.
on the one hand, if you are doing and saying things that are so heinous and you're a political figure, you
Mm-hmm.
should be held accountable for your words and actions, and you should be canceled. You know what I mean? Like the Harvey Weinstein thing. I mean, what he did allegedly, like, did it go to court? I don't know. I've kind of tuned out on news and whatnot, but I'm sure someone will know. But I mean, should he have been canceled? Yeah. I mean, you can't keep. He shouldn't be able to get away with these things,
Okay.
right? I mean, he
All
should
right.
be. But at the same time, the things that he did, like, without him, Tarantino wouldn't have had the free reign to do what he did. I mean, along the you can stop him, but does everything he did need to be just xed out? Like,
Right.
but on the other hand, it started to become a witch hunt.
Well, yeah.
You couldn't do you use it got to the point where you couldn't. Oh, that guy, like once said, this or that, and you know,
So you're talking
so
about like more the racist comments and
or sexist or anything,
right.
whether it was a joke or in seriousness, without like, people really need to understand that people grow.
Right.
Like,
And hey,
and like
everybody
I've
makes
I've
stupid
said some messed up
mistakes.
things. Yeah. But I've learned from my mistakes. I don't, my thought process is completely different than it was when I was a teenager. I'm way
Absolutely.
more open to other ideas, um, and hearing someone else's side of the story without going, oh well, you don't believe the same thing I believe, so you're wrong. You're just wrong.
Yeah. And then you just wall off.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
now I've gotten to a point where I can go, well, I disagree with you, but if you're willing to have a conversation about it, I'm cool with that. Some other
Right.
things I just
Absolutely.
like,
And,
I don't want to talk about it, but I'm not going to shut you out of my life because we have this disagreement.
right. And
Like,
and this all goes back to the whole politically correct. It's overly politically correct. Okay, and honestly, I really hate the term politically correct. There's just rude and ignorant, and then there's polite and kind. You know,
right. Well, I mean, and
um,
there's,
uh,
yeah,
well, I looked up the cancel culture definition, and what we have here is cancel culture is a modern form of ostracism in which someone is thrust out of social or professional circles, whether it be online, on social media, or in person. Those who are subject to this ostracism are said to be canceled. Okay, now that's the Wikipedia.
right. No, and which is correct, but it doesn't.
But I don't think it just stops there. I think it's happening in so many. It's not just a social media. I mean, yeah, it's I think it's a lot of it's in person. You know,
Well, yeah.
and it's because you don't agree with what I say. That's basically how it's playing out.
Well,
And
and instead of finding out, why do you say these things?
yes.
I'm going to assume if you said something, you probably meant it.
Hmm.
Do you still believe that?
But
And
what is your reasoning behind it? And then will you listen to my side?
right,
Right?
but we
And,
don't have discourse anymore. We have either a like button or a dislike button.
ooh,
You know what I
wow.
mean? And it's come down to like,
That's pretty profound there, man.
or I can block you on,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
so I don't have to hear what you have to say. And I don't know.
Yep. And there's some people hey, everybody goes on rants and everybody goes and blows their mind on social media. And that's what? Hey, that's fine. That's what it's for. I think it's a great tool to just vent some days.
Yeah,
And I'm all for it. Yeah. Do I agree with what you're saying? No. But hey, you know what? Get your word out. Get it out of your system. Let it go. It doesn't mean we all have to agree with you. Okay.
right,
But hey, get it off your chest. Get it out there. And hey, you know what? Somebody may say, hey, I see what you're saying, but have you ever thought about it this way? And yes, your point is valid to this point, but what if this, and all of a sudden then you're having a discussion. Oh my gosh, we're discussing things, or are we agreeing with things?
But I think people are also afraid of confrontation
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
because we do live in a with social media and everything. We
right.
do live in glass houses, basically.
Yep. And
And
and and
there's
you
a
get the whole school bullying thing and stuff like that.
yeah,
That's total just, oh, I'm not going to confront you, but I'm going to sit here and harass you and have a bunch of other people join in with me online where we don't do it to your face.
right.
You know?
Which I mean, but if you confront those bullies, and then all of a sudden their ire is turned on you, and
Right.
you become, then you're going to be the focus of it, and people like, I don't know,
And then they cancel culture you out. Yeah.
right,
Because it's already spread like wildfire through the social media because of their ignorance and their hate, basically, or whatever. And so it it's just, it's crazy, man. It's like, wow. And you want to talk about a lack of integrity? Boom,
yeah.
there you go, right there. The cancel culture. Now,
Well, and the people that are canceling, if they ever got canceled, they'd be like, "Hey, that's not fair. Like,
yeah.
I don't deserve that. I'm just speaking my mind."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. I just,
Big. Yeah. Nope. I'm right there with you. So, yeah. So, well, that took a wicked turn.
doesn't it always?
But I do feel better now. And so, and the cancel culture, it's just quit being jerks. Whatever. Everybody's got their own point of view. Hey, you know what? It's like I used to say on the radio, and like I've said on here before. You don't like it, you don't have to watch. You don't have to listen. Hey, that's
Well,
what makes America great. You got choices.
and people are going to make themselves irrelevant if they just keep mouthing off in a way, and then people just start, oh, I don't deal with that guy anymore or whatever, without having to cancel them. I mean,
Yeah, and that whole term, I hate. That is just, I mean, it's like,
I wonder where it came from. I wonder
you know,
where it originated.
now, yeah.
I mean, because I have some thoughts on some things, but because I keep my opinion to myself a lot. And
Better safe
I
than sorry,
do.
is that what you're saying?
What?
Better safe than sorry is what you're saying?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, sometimes discretion is the better part of valor.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes it's okay to not speak your mind. It's okay to say, I'm just going to hold my tongue because it's really just not worth it.
Exactly. I mean, because
excuse me.
Are you just fanning the flames or?
Oh yeah.
Or what? And sometimes.
Now and yes, I get and I'm not saying this in a derogatory way, but the complacency of going, no, hey, forget about it. You're sugar. It's there's and that's more a lot more having wisdom of knowing when to say when,
Right.
which I wish I would have said many years ago when I was drinking, but whatever. The
Live
whole,
and learn, man.
Right. See, and I did, and I'm still here to this day because of that. No, there is a there's a point where you do speak your mind, and there's a point, and there's a forum for it, and there's a proper etiquette way of doing it, but just going out and blowing up at someone or something because you can on this fantastic social media sites and all that. Hey, that's cool. It's like what we're doing right now. Hey, I think we're and again, I'm open to chat. I've got many different ways for people to talk with us about all
Yeah.
of this. And let's see. Hold on. What's this? Joey. What's Mr. Carter saying here? Why is my screen so small? I don't know. That's annoying. Now I can't read what Joe said.
So big.
Yeah, what happened here? Well, there you go. It all comes with maturity for some. Yeah, no, absolutely correct, Joe. And I hope everybody else can see that out there.
Well,
It is.
and to speak to that, there are people out there that take pride in never growing up
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and just act like kids. Like
Absolutely.
and I never wanted to grow up, but I did. I became an
Right.
adult along the way somehow, and it really freaks me out a little bit sometimes. But it does happen, and it should happen.
Yeah.
But
And
I know that there's people out there that actively indulge their immaturity.
right. Oh, yeah.
And that's,
And hey, we're all guilty of that for God's sakes. I mean, now
yeah,
and if you ask anybody that works with me, there is definitely work Chris, and then there is away from work Chris, which is the rest of the world. And me on this show, yeah, I get a little more nuttier and goofier at work because one thing is no matter what it is, if you're working, work sucks. Okay, you're working there because you got a job and you're trying to pay the bills. Okay, totally get it. And you don't have to love it, but you don't have to be miserable at it either. And I
right,
try to keep everybody in a positive spin. I see people going on a downward spiral. I try to do what I can to help them out, make their day a little easier. So that way, everybody else we're working with is all on a cohesive level page to get the job done and get the hell out of there and go home to be with our families and friends and doing what we love. Like I try to rush home so I can do this on every Tuesday and Thursday. Um, it's uh, it's what it's about. And you can't there. I just had to hit that button. Okay, so now I can read what Joe said. Uh, anyway, but
something I'm looking on another window here, looking to see when uh, cancel culture first came on the scene, and it was 2017, is what the Merriam-Webster dictionary claims. Yeah,
so it's been around for a few years. It's just finally more coming to light now.
no, I think when it hit
Yeah,
it
I
went
honestly I've
big.
only heard blips of it, and actually more recently than anything. So I guess
Well,
I'm
you're
just
not hip and
really
cool.
that's what I was about to say.
You're an old
I guess I'm
man.
just not as cool as the rest of the kids out there. But I still got my
No,
coffee cup.
I have nieces and nephews, so
Hmm.
I tend to
Yeah.
know these things a little bit sometimes
Oh, yeah. And,
from their
I mean, through my kids, I'm learning that a word that we used to say, and I still say it a lot, bro, but now it's pronounced bruh, BRUH. I'm always being told I'm saying it wrong, bruh. So,
uh, whatever,
whatever,
bro.
right, bruh. So,
Don't tell me how to pronounce a word.
yeah, it's right. You young little
How's it spelled,
whippersnapper.
my man?
Yeah,
I'm not
bruh.
saying BRUH. I'm saying BRO.
No,
Two different words.
yeah, it's BRA, bruh.
Brah.
Yeah, bruh. So,
Girls don't put on their bras.
they say bras. Yeah, that's right.
Wear my
The bras
bra,
like
bruh.
be up in
But
the.
whatever.
Now it's just getting creepy.
Ah,
So
yes.
Um,
2017
2017.
cancel
Oh, and,
culture.
check out what Joe says. The young kids steal our swag. You daggum straight. Yes, little whippersnappers. You're gonna make me go into grumpy old man. Yeah, that's right. Back in
First time I
my
heard
day.
swag, it was in relation to uh, stuff you get for free,
Yeah, yeah,
which is stuff we all get,
right.
swag.
Yeah, that's what we
And
used to.
now it's
Well, it refers more to swagger. Our style, our hipness. But yeah, swag was. Yeah, we used to say it all the time in the radio. Uh, oh yeah, if you go do this promotional job, you're gonna get all this swag that they give you.
sweet
And
swag, man.
at first, I was like, "Well, what do you mean by swag? What is this like a swinger thing? What's
Free
going
stuff,
on?
baby.
I'm
Load
getting
me
free
up.
crap. Wow, sign me up! I love the
Yeah.
freebie." So yeah, I'm
So yeah, I mean,
swag
you go to
investing.
a convention and it's like, oh, what kind of swag did you get? Oh, I got
Yeah,
this. Oh, I didn't
yeah.
get that. Where was that? What booth was that at?
I
I've been
gotta
to
get
two
over to the
conventions
other
my
side of
entire
the
life,
convention.
and they were both food conventions. I went with which reminds me of a hilarious story.
Okay, let's hear
So
it from that.
let's lighten it up a little bit here. So
It's time for
you
Matt
remember
hilarious story.
our boss, the owner of the restaurant, Steve-O, right?
Yeah, Steve-O.
When I was on Maui, we went to a food show,
Mm-hmm.
and that man, like every booth we came to, had a sample of everything, whether he liked it or not. Well, I don't like those. Give me one. And he'd eat it. And he's like, yeah, I really didn't like that. And I'm like, well, what the hell? And I, being a fat kid on and off, I've learned when you're at a place that it's all food and I'm just going to eat the stuff that I'm interested in. And because I'm actively looking for new product for the restaurant,
Yeah,
I'm going to actually look at the stuff that I'm interested in.
you're interested in, yes.
So we've gone up and down aisles, and he's just chowing down on this and that. And I'll take like a nibble of something, go, oh, yeah, that's pretty good. But he'll like, oh yeah, take a couple more of those meatballs if you don't mind,
Because it was free.
because it was free and it's food, and the guy
And dude,
loves
he was
food.
always a sucker for free stuff.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And so the funny thing is, we finally get to a booth that's selling these hot dogs.
Yeah.
I can't for the life of me remember the name of the brand, but they're out of Chicago. And he's stuffed by this point. And this is one of the things that we are actually looking for in the restaurant is because we used to sell Hebrew National at the restaurant.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened along the way, but it got insanely expensive to sell them. And it's a great hot dog, and trying to replace a great hot dog with a okay hot dog just kind of is no bueno. And but we get to this booth, and they're like, that's all they do is hot dogs and like sausages and stuff, right? And he's
Yeah.
too stuffed to try them.
Oh goodness.
So luckily I'm not. I ate them, and they were fantastic. The best hot dogs in that convention hall. And that's what we ended up going with on the restaurant in Maui.
I was gonna say, so he had to rely on you, and
Yeah.
which I would trust your taste. You have a very good taste buds, sir. As we've made many a concoction together,
Oh yeah.
and so yeah, that's
Oh,
awesome.
they're just great hot dog. For the life of me, like I said, I can't remember. But we didn't use them here in California because for some reason they weren't shipping them. We couldn't get them in California, but they could get them in Hawaii.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's probably some
Just distribution.
getting stuff into California is such a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah. Well, and they weren't a large company. Eisenberg. I think that's the name, Eisenberg.
Ah.
That could be the last name of some guy from somewhere. I don't know, but it could be Eisenberg hot dogs.
I'm sure it is some guy's last name.
Probably was a guy.
Probably Mr. Eisenberg's last name, yeah. So.
Or Ms. Eisenberg, Lady Eisenberg. We don't know. But anyway, yeah.
Eisenberg, bruh.
Great hot dogs. And I think that they were just starting to go national.
Yeah.
At the time. So
yeah, they're just starting to get big. And so there you go.
Boom. So why not go to Hawaii if you can and
go to the Cool Cat Cafe and get an Eisenberg's hot dog.
Well, and
straight out of Chicago.
Sean ended up getting like a hot dog cart from him, and they used to do the baseball games.
Ah, nice
and stuff, and yeah,
So there you go.
Good stuff. Yeah, if you're ever out on Maui in Lahaina, go to the Cool Cat Cafe in Lahaina and get yourself some really good food. I mean,
get some chili dogs.
Chili dogs,
dude.
Steaks, ribs. Oh man, these baby back ribs that are just barbecue sauce.
I don't know. Your recipe?
Tasty. No, Steve-O's family. It's a family recipe. They had.
Yeah, we'll see.
Really, really, really good and amazing. But I've got two of the restaurants near me, and I never go.
So arousing and
I could, if I want it, I'll make it.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, you worked there for so long, you know how to do it. So
in my sleep.
Just putting a little more chicken poop on my lips. There you go. Chicken poop out of Wichita Lip Junk. Buy it.
There you go.
And sponsor us, chicken poop. So now, as a beautiful segue from food into fashion, because, being fashionable is, eating good in the hood at Lenny's. And so, yeah. As I've stated before, and I'll state again, the ripped jean peg leg thing on old men, stop it. Okay?
Is that people midlife crisis scene?
I think so, but
trying to regain their youth again. I mean,
it's like I didn't even think it was cool. Well, of course, this is me, and I'm gonna say this: fashion is. It's always a trend. Whatever the fashion is, it's always a trend. But style is what's cool. And
style never goes out of style.
Style never goes out of style because it's your own. Okay, and if you make it, especially if you make it really your own, there's always a certain look that you usually work with or whatever. But like me, I've always been. I mean, even since I was a kid, I just loved clothes that were just not baggy, but just a little bit bigger. So I was
comfort.
Yeah. Okay. But then a lot of people are like, "Oh, you trying to look like a skater or something?" I'm like, "Well, I do ride a skateboard, but that's not the point. I've liked these kind of clothes. I mean, my mom. Oh, hold on.
Did you lose someone?
No. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry. Sorry, Joe. Okay. Hold on. Joe's been commenting. It's like, hey, dude, what happened to my comments? No, Matt does need to get a restaurant started.
No, I don't. I'm done with the restaurant scene. No, thanks.
But I'll tell you, if Matt made a restaurant, it would be amazing.
I mean, in order to make a restaurant work, you have to live and breathe that building, that food truck. Like we had talked about food trucks for a while. And plus I enjoy cooking too much to start hate cooking.
Yeah. And that's what happens. And it sucks so bad. Because I mean, especially like, when we were cooking, man, dude, we had so much fun.
But
And
how tired were you at the end of the day and
we were
every day? And it's the
exhausted.
same thing every day,
Yeah,
in and out. Like, ugh.
yeah. No,
You,
it was mind-numbingly
half the customers were the
soul-sucking.
same people that were there yesterday.
Yep.
Like, really?
So
You're going to get the same thing you got yesterday. Branch out. The menu's fairly large. Try something
there's
else.
other things.
I
Nope.
would love the customers that would order something different every time and be like, oh, cool. They're trying
Yeah.
something new. Good for them. And
Right. So yeah, Joe's shouting out to Lahota. So Mr. Lahota, there you go. You're now famous. You're well known. Uh,
Joe C there spelled it BRO. How does he
see,
pronounce that?
Joe knows how to say it, bro. Yeah, Joe, get it. See, Joe's got class. That's why.
There you
Um,
go. I don't really say bro, though. I've never really got into that. Being from California, I say dude.
yeah. Well, I
Right
get a
on,
lot of.
dude.
I
Whatever.
go a lot of dude and Kyle Lahota is winning state next year. That's Lahota's son. Yeah,
Woohoo.
we'll see. We'll
In
see. Got to
in
stay
what?
to it. Wrestling.
Wrestling? I was gonna say. Right on,
Uh,
man.
Kid's a little animal apparently. So go get him, Kyle.
There you go.
Um, and I'm sure Kyle's got cool fashion and style. And like Joey's got some class and style. And just because these magazines or whatever show that other people your age are wearing these clothes because that's what everybody's supposed to, doesn't mean that it is. Oh, you're.
Ugh. Well, here's something. Speaking of fashion,
Okay.
so a while back, I stopped wearing just t-shirts and shorts all the time,
Right.
and was going to attempt to try to dress nicer
Mm-hmm.
because I was at that age where I'm like, maybe I should start dressing a little more appropriately, and then as time went on, I got my own style out of it. But I wear a lot of button-up shirts
Right.
out of the house. Short sleeve. I mean, not like long sleeve or anything. I don't wear ties. I really dig ties, but I don't wear them all the time
Yeah. But for
and whatnot. So yeah, so I
dressing up
developed my own style. But when the whole like slim look came in, I used to be able to go to Old Navy. You get a solid color short sleeve shirt that fit,
okay. Yeah.
and somehow like sizes have got all wacky. I'm wearing a flannel from the '90s. It's an XL. It's comfortable.
Right.
It fits. It's a little loose.
Yeah.
Today, I have to wear sometimes up to a triple X.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, how's this XL? But but anyway, so going back to the Old Navy thing, they stopped selling just a regular cut and went to this slim cut. Well, they don't fit me.
Yeah. And dude,
So I stopped
what's up
buying new
with Old
clothes.
Navy? What is up with that place? I thought the Gap
I,
was unisex, but the Old Navy, I mean, you cannot really tell the women's side from the men's side at all.
I haven't been into an Old Navy in years because they no longer sell anything I want.
Yeah. My
I
daughters
also
had
wear
gift
polo
cards for 'em,
shirts.
and
wear
I took them
polo.
in there. Yeah.
I-
I don't know. I took my daughters in there to let them pick out some clothes because we had gift cards from Christmas. And I swear to God, we were all of a sudden in the boys section and they're looking at stuff. I'm like, wait a minute. No, you got to go back to the other side over here. This isn't going to figure right. And, it was just,
It's crazy. And Old Navy used to be a place to go get basics. Jeans, shorts, a polo shirt, a button-up shirt. You got to look nice for an occasion. get a long
Right.
sleeve shirt, whatever, boxers, and but like I said, like they started. I will also wear polo shirts. They're adult T-shirts, I call them,
Uh-huh.
and they changed the fabric on them, and so that they're tight, they cling. It's just like I don't want clothes that cling. That's what an undershirt is for. And the overshirt's supposed to. I don't know.
No, I get it.
Old Navy. But yeah, I haven't been to Old Navy in like 5 years, something like that. And I used to be able to go in there since they opened in the mid '90s. I'm done. I'm done with that, man. Talk about cancel culture.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Old Navy, you're canceled.
Oh, boom! There we go. Perfect example of cancel culture.
But I don't care if anyone else shops at Old Navy. It's my only difference. I can't do it for me anymore. And
Yeah.
I try.
Uh,
I still look online every once in a while going, have you gone back to normal size clothes?
Oh, nope. Everything's still skinny jeans. All right, I'm out. Boom.
Well, and he used to also buy shorts there all the time.
Yeah.
And now the last like couple shorts I bought there in my size, because the last ones I bought there in my size fit.
Right.
No, they're tight. You're just like, damn.
Sons of bitches.
Oh well, what are you gonna do?
I know those bastards. So yeah, I put on Bowie fashion because we are
Nice.
in that mode. So we get That's right.
Doing a little voguing.
Oh yeah, I got to find some.
Hey
Madonna.
there, Madonna.
What up? Yeah. Okay. So and that's the thing too. Like shorts. Okay, shorts used to be like loose and comfortable. Now they're like almost peg-legged too. It's like, what is the deal? Why do clothes have to be so clingy nowadays? It drives me nuts. And yeah, it's my own thing. But you know what? I'll tell you.
90s XL.
Yeah, I got like right now I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt, just regular jeans. But I also like to wear a sport coat with a button-down shirt, and personally, I prefer button-down collars, but I have some that are not. And it's just simple, clean clothing. It looks cool. Nice pair of slacks. Maybe tennis shoes, just because that's the way I am. But that's my style. That's my fashion. Simple. Instead of all
Nice
these
clean
crazy-
lines. That
Yeah.
don't cling wrap to you.
I don't know. I'm just tired of the peg legs and the ripped jeans.
Yeah.
I mean, chicks, it's kind of cute and fashionable. Guys, no. It looks like you're trying to be a chick. I don't know.
I can almost guarantee you those guys are midlife crisising.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
I don't know. I guess we're just old fuddy duddies is what we is.
Yeah. That's the way I like it, though.
I don't know. I don't know why. For some reason, I knew I didn't want to be too heavy on integrity, so I threw fashion in there to lighten up the mood, And
the integrity thing, man.
Give us multiple directions to go in.
Give us some integrity in fashion and stop doing. If America's getting fatter, why are clothes getting skinnier?
Yeah, what's up with that, America? Yeah,
Take that, man.
Stupid fashion. By the way, I love Ralph Lauren clothes. So,
oh yeah,
if anybody from Ralph Lauren's listening, sponsor my show so I can get some killer button-down classic polo Ralph Lauren clothes. Oh man, dude! Back in the day, when I decided I was going to be, fancy dressing and stuff, full on Ralph Lauren, man.
Man.
It was awesome. And still to this day, I've seen, occasionally, like I'll pass by a magazine rack or something, and I see a GQ or an Esquire, and I'll flip through it just to get some ideas of, if there's
Right.
anything looking good, and I'll be like, yeah, Ralph Lauren. Still basically the same, got little tweaks every now and then, but it's it's just classic, simple, pure, good looking clothes. And there's nothing skinny jean about them. There's
There's that fine line between the prep look without being preppy
right.
and fashionable without being out of fashion within 5 minutes. It's a very fine line. I mean, trust me. And, but you know what I'm trying to
There's
say,
a
right?
fine line, and we've crossed it, my friend. We've gone and shot way over the
Past
bow.
the Rubicon.
Yeah, man.
Through the Rubicon, over the Rubicon,
around the Rubicon. I prefer to go around.
up and over, and anyway.
So we're just going to take it the distance. The green light flashes. Oh, what a segue! That's called a segue, kids. And this is how we spin around on our stool. Oh yeah! Bring up a little cake in a fashion nugget. What's up? Yeah, see, that's called a hook. That's how you bring it back around, baby. Cake, fashion nugget. We were talking food, style, fashion, and I just tied it all into one with one song, Going the Distance. He's going for speed. Oh, I went for speed once, and it's not pretty. Just gonna say. So yeah, and I don't know. I'm done ranting. I actually feel really good now that I got all this off my chest.
I feel better too, and it's pretty good timing because I told my wife that we should probably be done around 2, and because I gotta go make sure she gets some food over here. And
in other words, that's Matt's way of saying.
My polite way of saying I got to get going, Holmes.
Yeah, and I think we've exasperated our points for the day. So Matthew, I thank you so much for stepping in and joining in with me today, as you always do. You are my Ed McMahon to Johnny Carson, which I'm nothing even close to. Or vice versa.
I'll be your Andy Richter to your Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien, except I have no hair. So, but I'll wear a wig.
And I'm not nearly as funny as Andy Richter.
Oh, I would not go that far, sir. I think you have quite the humorous statement.
Do I have my own short-lived TV show? No.
No, but that's coming. Hey.
He was a detective. It was a great show. Come on, man.
Am
I the only one that remembers that?
Of it, and yeah. I don't know. So anyway, hey, well, Matt, I know you got to get going, so I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you exit, and hopefully we'll see you Thursday. If not, definitely next Tuesday.
Definitely next Tuesday. Thursday, I'm 50-50 on. So
okay,
we'll see.
All right, my man. Well, thank you so much.
Integrity, I would say yes or no right now, but I'm going to be vague about that.
Or you could be fashionably late. Oh, that's another hook. See how I just keep pulling them back in. Man. Yeah. Oh, it's hot. God, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm a little wiped out after that. I'm not gonna lie. It's been 1 week. Wow. I'm just going all over the 90s today. So
this is our song. That's from something else. Never mind. I watch too much TV.
Well, hey, Matt.
And on that note.
Well, real quick, we need to give a shout out to Fort Osage High School Wrestling, and we need to wish them luck at state. Fort Osage, go out there, kick some butt, get some pins, at least win by points, for God's sakes. Do it. Get out there and get them. All right, guys.
And
so
bring home that trophy or
bring
plaque,
home,
or whatever it is.
Bring home the title, baby. All right, boys. So you go get him out of there. Fort Osage High School wrestling team's going to go out there and whoop some butt. And you know what? Put them in the squared ring. Let's make it like real wrestling and use the top rope and the flying elbow, brother. Ooh, yeah. It's about the training, the prayers, and the vitamins, brother. Ooh, yeah. All right. That was a horrible Hulk Hogan impression, and I will let it go at that. So, Matt, peace, my brother. We will see you soon.
Adios, my friend. I
Maybe
will
in
see
1 week.
you in a couple days, definitely next Tuesday, unless something else comes up, but I doubt it.
All right, my brother. Peace, my
All right,
man.
Bye.
All right. And I want to say thank you to everybody that's tuned in today. And obviously, Joe, my man, he's been out there. We're going to be doing segments with Joe, and we're going to call it Straight Up Money with Joe. It's going to be awesome. So we're going to have him on next week. Thursday. Let me bring the music down just a wee bit more here. Thursday, we are going to have Pastor Kurt Vignery, on the show, talking about having faith in these modern times. There's a lot of just craziness going on. I am a Christian. I guess I believe in God. I go to a non-denominational church that just basically preaches off the Bible. It doesn't preach one certain it just preaches about God's love, which is what it's all about. And so anyway, I just thought, there's been so much craziness lately. I wanted to bring Pastor Kurt on. Kurt was on here once before. We talked about fitness in the pandemic age. He is basically like a Roman god. He's built, he has perfect hair. He's just an all around cool, fun guy. So if you can, please join us Thursday. We'll have Pastor Kurt on, talking about faith in our modern times, covering, hey, and Kurt is so cool. He's going to be jumping on to so many different subjects with me. It's not even funny. So make sure you tune in Thursday for that. 2:30 Central Time. Figure it out on your own time zone, wherever you're at. I want to say thank you so much again to, chicken poop. That's right. Not made with real poop, but it's out there and we want them. And I want them to be our sponsors, just like Lamar's Donuts and Ralph Lauren. I want some clothes, Ralph. So talk to me, buddy. In the meantime, I want to say thank you all so much. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. Anywhere, anyhow that you're watching us, listening to us, hit the like button, subscribe, and join in with us. I love doing this, and I love having you around. I love the feedback I get from you folks. Our email is therandomchristianshow@gmail.com. Or again, when you're on here, join in on the chats, on the live chats. We'd love hearing from you folks. So please make sure to tune in every Tuesdays and Thursdays right around 2:30 Central Time. All right. In the meantime, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. We're all we've got, kids. All right. So let's help each other out. All right. Peace be with you until tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Thursday. I will see you then. Peace.